on Monday. How are we feeling from the information that you're getting? Let's talk about it. I love it. Inspired, abundant. Yes. Motivated and grateful. Yes. As you should. I absolutely love it. So today, unfortunately, this is our final accountability call. And we will get with y'all as well. So we're going to literally cover some things as far as like debt in your environment. So how many of y'all believe that your debt and environment are closely related? Just say whether or not, me in the chat, put me in the chat. Do you believe that your debt and environment are closely related? Anybody, just one person? Nobody?
Yeah, my grandmother was not a talker.
Family. It most definitely is. And so when times get hard, anybody that has credit cards and stuff like that, I know I have personally. Has anybody relied on their credit cards just to pay for things? Like literally make ends meet? How many of us have turned to credit cards to be buying food or be buying the necessities? And a lot of times, a lot of stuff we spending on these credit cards is pointless. It's not doing anything for us. Yeah, y'all doing the truth right now. Yes, let's go. Let's talk about that. So the truth of the matter is that unfortunately, because of our mindsets and how we grew up, a lot of the information that we're getting today, none of us have ever been exposed to this information. Our parents and our parents' parents never knew this information. And so a lot of us are learning this. So to my younger people out there that's actually getting this game real early, oh my gosh, y'all are in a great position. Y'all minds will sit up there and take you to a whole nother level. We have people in here that's in our young 20s that has the mindset and are getting like the tools, the resources. Can y'all mute, please? Stay on mute.
Yo, Sunshine, you muted.
Thank you. So you're getting access, my young people, at a very early age to the tools and the assets that you need that's going to take you to a whole nother level. So I commend y'all in so many areas for putting yourself in a room, because that's what this is all about, right? Putting yourself in a room. And like, does anybody in here understand and know that all debt isn't bad debt? Talk to me in the chat. You know that all debt is not bad debt. Let me see what y'all talking about in there. Is all debt bad debt? Okay. But you got to know the difference, right? Right, family? Let's talk. Y'all got to know the difference, right? It's important that we look at how we view money in our relationship with money. It's absolutely a must that we do that in order to get to the next level. And so literally, I want you to think about how important it is that you made this type of investment. How much did y'all pay? Somebody tell me in the chat, how much y'all paid to get into this room? $31. You invested $31 to get into a room of the information that you learned on Sunday, all the stuff that was covered yesterday, the accountability calls, and literally getting in this room is literally going to help you start making the best financial decision for yourself. But it's all about the investment that you make in yourself. It's all about literally looking at the fact that when you start surrounding yourself with people, that's your environment, right? Start paying attention to the people that you're surrounding yourself with. Mentorship programs are here to take us to a whole different level. It's important because it helps us shift our mindset. It exposes us to new information, to tools and assets to help us achieve our financial goals. Have you ever heard, if you hang around millionaires, 3, 4, 5 of them, you'll be the next one? That's your environment. Y'all are in a room with some millionaires, family. So understand that $31 investment was just the beginning, but you got to continue to keep investing. You have to stay in rooms like this. Without these rooms, we're literally subject to staying in the mindset of the environment that we grew up in. And we all know that's not working because we ain't here trying to get this game, right? Them past mindsets is not working. So it's important. Make sure you pay attention to your environment and make sure you take the time out to continue to keep investing in yourself so that you could be surrounded by this type of community and this type of mentorship program so that you could keep getting the tools and the assets that you need to get yourself to the next level. I've been in here. It hasn't even been a year yet, and my life has changed drastically. I'm never going anywhere. I need you to understand that. So if it's $31, $3,500, look, I don't care what they want, 10,000, 15,000, 25,000. I am never going anywhere because I now understand it's all about my mindset and what needs to be done, and staying aligned in this type of community is always going to help you get to the next level. It will always help you get to the next level. It's about who you surround yourself with. We need to pay attention to that. So listen, if y'all are surrounded by millionaires and you understand that you're surrounded by millionaires and understand that as long as you keep being in this type of environment, you will be next. Put "I will be next" in the chat. Let me see it. I will be next in the chat. I will be next. Let's go, family. You will be next. Absolutely. Absolutely. Y'all will be next. And so again, it all starts with the mindset. And so y'all should already know what time it is. Man,
let's bring some people up. What you think?
Sure. So at this time, let's talk to a few people. Raise your virtual hand. Talk to me about how you feeling as far as the information that you've gotten so far from Sunday and Monday. And tell me how you feel about the fact that you will be next. Are we staying? Are we sitting there going to make sure that our mindset is shifted? Let's talk about it, family. How you feeling about the information you've been given? Because y'all been given a lot of information to start moving the needle. Janae, come talk to us, Queen. You be on deck. You be ready. I love it. What's going on?
Good morning, everybody. Grand Rising. Yeah, so it just is a lot, right? Last night, really tax-wise with Taisha, I think her name was, right, Taisha? Yes. I was at work, sorry. Really just like opened my eyes and put into perspective, like just all the different things, like, yeah, okay, I have a LLC, but all the tax things that go with it, and really trying to gain the knowledge and the understanding so that I'm not penalized or I'm not doing anything fraudulent or crazy, you know, and that to me was amazing. And Auntie Shaky, the budget, you know, just the way she spoke about it. And, you know, like I said, I've done budgeting before, but I didn't feel icky when she was talking about it. I was like, okay, you know, that makes sense, you know, like, so that to me is really a blessing. And then, you know, just the mindset with Coach Crew and you, and just, you know, those positive vibes. And the first day with CJ talking about credit, you know, my stuff is pretty relatively good. I just have a lot of inquiries. But other than that, like, you know, it's little minimal things that put into perspective what I need to do to get to that next level. And this 3-day boot camp, the calls in the morning have been absolutely amazing. Like, I was like, I set my alarm. I worked late last night and I set my alarm. I said, I will be up for this call. It's the last one. I ain't gonna miss it.
Absolutely. It sounds to me like the Queen Janie gonna be next, y'all.
I'm trying to be next, y'all.
Ready, Queen. Y'all show the Queen some love in the chat, family. I absolutely love it. And yes, these calls in the morning, our accountability calls are everything. This is something that you get, like, this is a world that I get to enjoy on a daily basis, being a part of this mentorship program. And when we don't have it, we miss it so much, because it is so needed to help keep you focused and aligned in where you're trying to go. Because when we walk away from this, we're back in the real world and we're dealing with our normal lives. And a lot of the times, this community doesn't exist out there. We're not surrounded by like-minded individuals. Being surrounded by like-minded individuals is absolutely priceless, family. It's priceless. So I'm so glad that y'all took the time out to invest in yourselves the way you did. That $31 is still tripping me out for all the game that y'all got for $31. I'm still trying to figure it out. That's how you say happy birthday, young Mogul, because that's major. I feel like it was our birthday. It wasn't his birthday. It was our birthday because he blessed the mess out of all of us. So thank y'all so much for coming through. Who we got up here next? Queen Latifah, come talk to us, Queen.
Grand Rising family, Grand Rising. These 3 days was amazing, very full of information, which I appreciated. Definitely helped, my family out, especially my mom and my aunt, especially the budgeting. Like, I already started my budgeting homework, and seeing them credit cards, APR rates, I was just like, holy crap. This is what I got so far. I was like, oh no, something needs to go change. I need to call these banks and lower this because this is not right. So I appreciate Auntie Shaky for budgeting. I definitely appreciate Todd talking about taxing. Because at one point I was co-mingling between my business and my personal. And before I joined this 3-day boot camp, I actually put everything under my business credit cards, but I still need to work on building up my business bank accounts. Mm-hmm. And when I appreciate T. I started handing back T about credit cards. So I know there's a few of them that I didn't get approved, but that's not going to stop me from keep moving forward. So I already know in my mindset, I'm a mailbox millionaire. It's going to happen. I'm already in it. So these 3 days, guys, don't forget the knowledge. Keep on going. Keep on doing what you have to do. And trust and believe this $31 is going to get you far in life.
I love it. My new sis, Queen Latifah, MMA, let's go. I love it. Y'all show the queen some love in the chat this morning. King Reginald, how we doing, King? Come talk to us.
Can y'all hear me?
We sure can.
I'm doing awesome, man. These couple of days has been awesome. I just want to just thank everybody for putting this on, and it's just been an awesome challenge. What I want to just let everybody know is, man, just the information that y'all giving is priceless. Like the information that y'all give, I paid thousands and thousands of dollars in mentorship. In the last 12 months, I done spent about $20K on mentorship, and it's exactly what y'all giving right now. And what I would tell everybody on this chat is just to invest in yourself. It's a game changer. I want to let everybody know I have a printing graphic company, and in this printing graphic company, nobody told me about funding. I was able to scale my business to 6 figures, but I was burned out because I didn't have the knowledge to be able to scale the business. So if you can get into a mentorship and scale the business, you can take a shortcut. It can save you 1 to 2 years just by getting a mentorship, and it's priceless. And like I told everybody, I didn't pay $20K in mentorship, and I got some of the information that y'all giving me right now, but it cost me. It cost me years of my time because I had to scale my business. Nobody told me how to get fund my business. So I was just able to start hiring people, but it took me years to get to that point. But if you get mentorship, you can skip that process. So get mentorship ASAP.
ASAP. Y'all show the king some love because he just dropped some real information on you. When you take the time out to invest into a mentorship, you're not paying for overnight success. That's not what you're paying for. You're not going to just become successful and be a millionaire by the end of your 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 days, 12 weeks, whatever it is. What you're paying for is the shortcut. They did all the legwork already. They know the do's and don'ts. So what we're doing is we're paying for the information, the assets, the tools, the shortcut that they've already done the journey so that we don't have to make the same mistakes that they made. That's what you're paying for. The investment is priceless. And so if I had somebody in front of me, which I have already, and they're literally giving me the game, the blueprint as to how they got from where they were, which was a lot of us in that same situation, to being a multi-millionaire, because I told y'all on the first day, we are in the room with somebody who made $1 million in a month.
Say it again.
$1 million in a month. $1 million in a month. That type of investment is worth way more than $31. It is utterly amazing, but I'm not going anywhere. So I love it, King. Show the king some love. Queen Donna, come talk to us, Queen. We're going to take about 1 or 2 more after this, and then we're moving on. Come talk to us, Queen Donna.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Grand Rising, Queen.
Okay, I just want to share that, I just want to really thank you all for doing your homework and really delivering, because this information has been kept from the multitude for so long. Yeah, we paid 31. Some people would just give us, the skim. You guys are going deep. I am so grateful to all of you. My God, this is a life-changing for me. And all the gems that were dropped last night. Wow. I just had to say to my niece, Lachelle, who really turned me on to this. I just kept saying to her, wow, wow, wow. So I'm so excited and I'm here and I believe I am one of the chosen and I am one of the chosen. And yes, I'm going to be that next millionaire. Thank you all and you have a fantastic day. Ready for tonight?
Donna, she's next, y'all. Y'all heard her. She's next. Show the queen some love this morning. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. And this information, we all know, is absolutely priceless. I can't even imagine my life without it. I can't imagine my life not being able to be surrounded by the like-minded individuals that I am. I can't imagine where I would be without being in this mentorship. This is absolutely everything. I love it. Queen Donna, thank you so much. King App, what we talking about, King?
Yo, 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 you can hear me?
Absolutely, family.
Yo, Luminous Risings family. So I just wanted to talk about how refreshing it is. You know, even though I'm in the Mailbox Millionaire Academy, I've been in it for 3 months. And this 3 days, it's refreshing to see new faces. And like, you know, Queen Donna said and Reginald said, this information was kept from us. So it's like seeing 300 more people, right? I'm feeling like Kanye, like, yo, we the real Jews. Like, you know, if we keep spreading this information, we will really change the world. You know, so just being here, I'm usually not even able to make all the accountability calls. So I think it was a blessing. Like I was supposed to be here these 3 days just to see that it's more people coming at, and that we just keep sharing this information and it's more people that are ready to elevate their lives. So that's all I want to talk about, how grateful I am to see more new faces, more people ready to get this money, more people ready to build legacy. And, you know, we really about to be the new Black Wall Street.
Because we already are. And you better, and you better about it. This is definitely the game changer. Show King Apolline some love, family, in the chat. Queen Aries, come talk to us real quick. This should be probably our last one, family.
Good morning. Good morning. I just wanted to say to some of you guys, everything you need is in this group. You are all these faces you see, and you can learn something from every last one of them. And I have there is a saying that said it's okay to be a copycat, as long as you copying the right cat. So y'all in the room with the right cat. So make sure you guys find somebody in here that's doing something that you want to do and copy the right cat. It is okay. We're in different states. We're in different places. So you don't have to worry about somebody saying that that's your competition. But get in here and learn everything you got to know. I mean, everything you want to know, whether it be this 3-day challenge, whether you sign up for the course or however it may be, because we already know what we know has only gotten us so far. So we have to learn something new. And that's all I wanted to say to you guys. And anybody that's in my industry, where Dana at? Hey, Dana girl. So anybody that's in my industry, I'm in a beauty industry. Any tips I can share with you guys, I most definitely will share with you guys. I am in other businesses as well, but I have pretty much mastered scaling my industry, and I'm learning different ones, and I'm learning stuff from all of these people that are in this group and in the course as well. So you guys keep learning and keep growing, and I'll see y'all at the bank.
Absolutely cashing out. Give me my money. I absolutely love it. Show the Queen Aries some love in the chat, family. So listen, before we bring up the man of the hour, who is absolutely priceless, you can't put any value on him. Just real briefly, just to tell you a small little summary about myself. I actually started in one of the mentorship programs of FYF, Fund Your Freedom. And to get that type of information as far as investing into real estate, commercial real estate, and then event spaces, which is something that I've always wanted to do, all 3 categories. I was like, is this really for real? So there's a mentorship program that covers every aspect of what I want to get into. That was a no-brainer. Throw yourself in there. I get in there, and to be honest with you, my mindset, y'all, it wasn't where it needed to be. I was going through exiting a 20-year marriage, and I thought I was ready to do the work. But when I got in, I was getting the information, but I wasn't executing. I was getting in my own way. And that was a major, major downplay for myself. It didn't feel good. However, in these accountability calls, I was able to sit up here and love on people and cheer for people. I'm always one who's put myself last and everybody first. I know how to show up for everybody but myself. And because of the gems of the kings, like these kings that we have before us with this information, was able to sit up there and see something in me that I didn't even realize that I had. And before you know it, I wasn't getting to the bag as far as the real estate. I am recently now in front of all of you speaking in this manner as a coach in here. I haven't been here for a year, not 1 year, not yet. So I started making money, right? Because I've already walked away from my job, the Board of Education. I am at a place where I refuse to do or be with anything that is no longer serving me. And so when I got to that point, when you start making yourself a priority, the lens in your glasses starts to change. The prescription changes major. And I had to let some things go. And I was like, yeah, this isn't working. I'm going. Yeah, that's not working either. I'm going. And I didn't have a plan B. I had no idea of what was going to happen. But let me tell you something. When I walked away from the Board of Education, the day that I was supposed to go and resign, I got a phone call from King Crew. I never missed a beat. I never had a day off. Understand, when it's your time, it's your time. You invested in here. You got some information that you never, ever heard before. My life has started to change just from being in the room. Who knew? Who knew that I would ever be in this position? I didn't, but when you are aligned with your divine purpose, it's going to unfold for you no matter what. And I just want to say thank you to these kings, because honestly speaking, they did all the legwork, but they didn't have to come back for us. They could have kept going like most people, and they get that information. They just concerned about their bags, their bank account, and the life that they live in. But the fact that they chose to come back for their people, to drop the game and the knowledge, to give us the tools and the assets, to create this type of community so that we could all rise to the top together. It's not fun being rich by yourself. And then you got to be sitting up here footing the bill for everybody else around you. Who want to do that? No, we're not doing that. We traveling together. We getting on them yachts together. We will no longer be sitting up there traveling commercial. What? Private, baby. We jetting it up. I promise you. Keep yourself aligned in this community. I speak about it so much. I know I'm going to have a jet, because that's all I talk about. I will have a jet. We will not be flying commercial. I look forward to bonding and connecting with all of you on a normal basis, to see y'all coming here in this community and join us, and let's take this to the next level. I just want to commend y'all and applaud y'all for making this investment in yourself. And don't you stop now. You can't stop. We won't stop. We going straight to the top. So I need everybody to unmute right now and just make some noise for yourself, family. Let's go. Unmute.
Let's go.
Let's
Go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go.
Yes.
energy.
Yes.
Jerome, good morning.
Robin, let's go.
Good morning, everybody. Yes,
Good
morning.
Let's
Yes,
go.
good morning.
Oh,
Yes.
morning.
Let's go.
Morning, good
go, let's
morning.
go,
Let's go.
let's go,
Yes,
let's go.
let's go. Let's
Mindset
go.
Mogul. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yes,
Yo, what's up, family?
What's up? What's up? Let's
Big
go.
energy.
This accountability calls is the best.
Yeah.
We doing it.
We doing it. Yes, we're doing it.
Accountability.
Yes, we
Yo,
doing
what's up?
it. Hey, everybody, kings and queens in the house.
Wow, we
Yeah.
took over.
Y'all energy is absolutely everything. We must keep this party going. This is like the whole party bus to the success. Let's go, family. We are on a party bus to success. And so at this time, everybody that knows me knows how dear all of these kings are to my heart. I don't play about them. I don't play about them. I don't play about them. Okay, on no day. However, if you haven't realized by now, getting to the bags is one thing. But if you don't get your mindset right, you're going to fumble them. And so when we come into this arena, when we get to sit here and be in an environment together in the mornings and have these accountability calls, to have this kind of king sit before us and pour into us the way that he does, he has a way of showing us to like ourselves in a way that helps us elevate just from being around him. I will never separate from this environment because it is changing my mind and my heart and giving me the tools and the assets to every possibility that I know is before me in my life. And so at this time, if you don't know him, you should. But if you don't, we are going to bring up our personal development coach, that public speaker, that best-selling author, that real estate investor, family, because he be talking about, we don't talk about that part. He is a real estate investor. He has made multiple streams of income off of real estate investment. He is the co-founder of the Mailbox Millionaire Academy. And so y'all gonna get the chance one more time to unmute, because this is the man that helps us readjust our mindset. He keeps us aligned with our goals. Y'all need to unmute for our mindset mogul, our king crew, our coach crew, our Sean crewmate. If y'all don't listen, I shouldn't see.
My brother, bring him out.
Let's go.
Bring him out, bring him out, bring him out,
Coach Crew, let's go.
Let's go, King. Let's go.
Where you at?
Let's get it, Coach.
Let's get it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome more effective. Let's
go. Good morning, Coach Crew. Yes, let's go. Let's go.
I need a crew moment.
I need a crew.
It's time for
mindset minute.
Oh my gosh, where you at, King? Is he in here? I can't even see anybody. King, where you at?
Must not have been loud enough. We must not have been loud enough.
It's hard to It's hard to stay broke. It's hard to stay depressed. It's hard to stay governed by anxiety. It's hard to be inconsistent. It's hard not to have daily disciplines. It's hard not to believe in yourself. It's hard to be broke. It's hard to be poor. It's hard. So hard. So choose your heart. You are just going to work for it. You're going to sit there and let life knock you down and dare you to get back up. It's hard to practice perseverance. It's hard to be an introvert. It's hard to be an extrovert. Singleness can be difficult. Marriage can be difficult. Raising your children on your own can be difficult. It's hard. It's hard. You won't have a fraction of the day to get done.
Coach Crew, the video is real choppy.
I believe that's my audio. Is my audio clear? Because I believe that's not that. I believe that's my audio. So I'm gonna let Sunshine run this right now while you fix the audio, and I'm gonna come back.
You coming back, family? Man, listen. Y'all know who that was speaking in that background? Who was that? Y'all know who that was talking? Tell me in the chat. Who was that speaking? Somebody said TD Jakes. Who else we got? Coach Crew, baby. On the audio, his audio, what he was playing. Who was that speaking? Anybody know who that was speaking? Sounds like Eric Thomas. That was definitely E.T. All day. That was definitely E.T. That broke mindset. We are shifting from that space, family. We can no longer allow ourselves to stay in an environment and surround ourselves with people that does not understand where we're trying to go. And believe it or not, even once you get in the mentorship program, you're still going to be surrounded by people that don't understand your mindset, that doesn't understand your goals or your dreams, but they're not supposed to. They're your goals. They're your dreams. You have to make sure you stay in a place that you need to be staying in. And so if you're surrounded by people that don't understand how to pour into water your garden, then you come home and stay deeply rooted and deeply planted into this community, because we riding this out till the wheels come off. King Crew, is you ready? Man, you looking mad sharp. What? I'm serious. Oh man, y'all better stop playing with my King Crew. You ready, King?
I talk that talk, Sunshine. Hype me up, baby. Get me lit.
Man,
all right.
Y'all better. Y'all see, he got on a silk gold shirt. That's what y'all call money. Do you see it? Are we looking at money? Let's go, family.
So thank you, Sunshine. I appreciate you. And I appreciate each and every one of you here. I really want to say, everybody drop choose your heart in the chat. Choose your heart. I'm telling you right now, you will be challenged with some difficulties. You will come up with some obstacles. You will be faced with challenges. You will have people throw you off of your alignment. You will throw yourself off of your alignment. It's all hard, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. I just want to gauge the room now. Do you find yourself making it more complicated or making your situations more difficult than it has to be? Just let me know in the chat. If that's you, put me in the chat. I want to create a space where we're vulnerable enough to share, because if we can admit, because some of us are addicted to being, complicated individuals here. You're willing to help everybody else in the world, but when somebody comes to give you a hand, you would deny it, right? And then sometimes we deny everything that's for us, right? So we're so trained to work and be in alignment with things that are against us versus being in alignment with things that are for us. So we experience some struggle. If you experience struggle, put me in the chat. I want to know. The reason why I want to know is because I want to connect with you on a deep level, because most people think it's about money. It's not about money. Money is a spiritual resource. It's spiritual. It's tied to spirituality. See, money is a receipt for the value that you provide to other people. Okay? I know some of y'all feel like I'm talking about y'all. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about who I used to be. I'm talking about the old crew. I'm talking about a throwback boy. Listen, I'm talking about the habits of the past. And that's the old you. Everybody put the old me in the chat. Because if I was talking about you, I was talking about the old you. Because the new you today, look at your faces. Just take a moment to get present and look at these beautiful people. Like, once again, the number one thing that gets me grounded in all of this is the fact that every single thing is temporary. Every single thing is temporary. That was all the security I needed. Not the false security of having what we call the 9 to 5. No disrespect, because 9 to 5s are great stepping stones. It does come with some great benefits, but the real reality of it is it drains the most important asset, which is your time. So now when we talk about money being a spiritual thing, you have to really look at this. Now, when you look at your account and you see that the money does not match who you are, then what's happening? Out of alignment, imbalance, right? There's an imbalance on your spirituality. So the issue is, how do we solve that? How do we get the life that we truly deserve? You have to become the person that earned the right to have the experience. Put I'm that person in the chat. Put I'm that person in the chat. Yeah, I told you I'm clapping like a girl from Brooklyn. Y'all ready? What's up? Stop playing with me. Look, this is the thing. It's about your environment. It's about the things that you learn. It's about what you have for a community, right? Community. See, you are that person. The ancestors chose you. But let me ask a question, because the thing is, if you are the person, that means you must be doing the work. Who here has done the homework? If you've done the homework so far, when Auntie Shaky gave you homework, you've done that homework. You've done the budget tracking homework. Like, I want to know if you're that person. Have you done that homework? In fact, hold on. Let me see something. This is what I want to do. Yeah, y'all feel hungry? Y'all feel hungry today? Y'all want to eat? Because I feel like giving out some lunch money. This is what I'll do. I'm going to share my screen real fast. And I want y'all to do something. I'm going to see who's moving with speed. Okay. Let me see who's moving with speed. All right. So take a screenshot of this. Everybody take a screenshot of this right now. Everybody should be doing it, especially if you want some lunch money. I got some good lunch money. See, I don't know about y'all, but my lunch money be little pricey, you know. I like to eat what I eat, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I be enjoying myself. You know? Anyway, so look, I'm giving out some cash today. I'm gonna give out $20 to the third place person. I'm gonna give out $30 to the second place person, and I'm gonna give out $50 to the first place person. Everybody take a screenshot of this. Hold on, let me get a smile on when I take a screenshot. All right, cool. Y'all good. Y'all good. So, all right. Let me stop sharing the screen right now. If you've taken a screenshot of it, that's great. If you didn't, you messed up. You missed out now. Like I mentioned, somebody's about to be blessed with $50 for lunch money. I'm gonna be real, like, you know, like my food kind of got like really pricey for some reason. Like, I don't know what the heck is happening in these streets. You know, the dollar is not what it used to be. But I did recently walk into one of these stores and I seen that you could get cheeseburger and french fries for like $5. I seen you could get a whole plate of food for $10. Like literally one of my drinks costs $10, right? So I realized this $50 is very valuable, right? This $50 is super valuable. So, but it's all subjective. One day I was inside the store. I was going to pick up this chain, this beautiful Mogul lifestyle pendant, right? Just beautiful. If you haven't noticed it, it's just beautiful. But anyway, so, and this woman was in there and said, whoa, that's expensive. And I said, what's expensive? Right? Because it's subjective. Now, whatever you tune into, you turn into, but whatever you see frequently becomes your frequency and vice versa. There's always two sides to everything. So if you believe that you can't, you also could believe that you can. So I want to put the belief in everybody's mind that you can attract money instantly, but you got to follow principles. You have to follow rules, right? Principles. So we want to focus on these principles. Now, one of the principles, and I think Sunshine mentioned this earlier, was this. She said, if you're the fifth person in a group of people, let me say they 4 people who are broke individuals, and broke is a mind state, okay? So if you're one of those individuals, if you're around those individuals, you'll be like the 5th individual, right? And the same thing works on the other side because it's always duality. You can't have one without the other, right? In order to understand what happiness is, you have to understand what sadness is, right? And so on and so forth. There's always day, there's always night. But I want to show you how easy it is because money is spiritual. Money is about you being a person that can add value to someone, and in return, that person is exchanging their money with you to receive that value. That's how simple money is. It really is that. But money is a tool used to make more money. So none of you really have a money problem. You get money all day. The issue is, are you making it all day without trading your time for money? And also, are you putting it in places to make more money, right? What Auntie Shaky said, I want my money to be pregnant. Yeah, baby, you're going to pop out them babies tonight. That's what I want, right? Understanding that this is a spiritual thing. Everybody put spiritual in the chat. A spiritual in the chat. So this is the thing I want y'all to do. So with that screenshot, right? I want you to tag me, but I also want you to do this. I want you to post your homework, right? Along with that tag. I don't know how you're going to do it. I'm not going to give you the secrets. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But the first 3 people who can find a way to incorporate showing their homework as well as that screenshot and tag me and Ramel on Instagram, the first person who does that get the $50 plus bonuses. I'm gonna give you 50% off of anything inside of the Love Plus app. And if some of you don't know what that is, we have a whole directory, a whole boatload of information inside of this one place where you can go ahead and purchase what we call digital assets to transform your life, right? Not only can you take those digital assets and use them, you could copy them and duplicate it, and you can do the same exact thing that I've done. So just understand the amount of value that is, and I'm going to offer that person who gets it to me first, 50% off. Then the second one, 30% off. And then the third one, 20% off. And everybody else, you just got to get it when you fit it. Maybe I throw something in there for everybody. But the point is, I want to see you move with speed, and I want to see you do the things that you know you need to do in order to have the result that you truly want. So I want to bring up a few people, and I really want them to tell me your perspective on life. I just really want to know the perspective on life. And now, once again, this is all going to tie into the environment and also debt. So you want to change your relationship with money, and you want to see money as a tool. And in fact, all money is debt. Just so you understand that. All money is debt. Now, this is how you can look at it. So when you first go to work, right, you're working for somebody, like you're doing the actual work, and then it has to be paid back. right? So money is a form of debt, right? So if you want to go and make more money, then you got to go and do more work. All this extra stuff that goes into it, I'll teach you that later. But the point is, the point I'm making to you is about perspective gives you direction. So let's have virtual hands come up real quick. And I want to hear your perspective on life. I want to hear your perspective on life in 30 seconds or less. I want to know, what are you capable of doing? What do you think you're not capable of doing? Because guess what? There's people who make airplanes, who build airports, bridges, people who create things. And most of us just go sit at a job and work behind a desk. And then wonder why we're not getting the life that we truly want. Right? So let's go with Bruce. We have a brave person, Bruce. Let's bring Bruce up. I want to know your perspective.
Let's get it, fam. Hey, appreciate everybody. Appreciate you.
Hold on, Bruce, a second. You want to get you pinned up here. Let's get Bruce a spotlight. All right.
All right. Hey, Coach Cormier, appreciate everything you're doing. You've been definitely inspiring to everybody. I know I can applaud you on that and speak for everybody. But yeah, I think what it boils down to, I'm 48 years old. It boils down to, just turned a couple of days ago. So this is like a birthday weekend for me too. I'm enjoying it. And it's just it's a blessing, man. But yeah, what it boils down to is time freedom. It boils down to time freedom, health, and time you want to spend the way you want to spend. In order to do that, you have to learn the different techniques and different ways to do that. And I think we've been held back for so long to get that information. Now that we have it, what are we going to do with it? So time is critical. It don't wait for no one. Just because I'm 48 don't mean nothing. Just because your age don't mean nothing. It's people that didn't make it before us, So I know everybody can think about that and relate to that. But overall, have that time freedom, have that health, and enjoy time with your family. That's it.
So how are you going to utilize debt as well as an environment in order for you to get time freedom that you can spend time with your family and your loved ones?
How I'm utilize debt, it's definitely leverage. I come from blue collar environment, never was taught nothing like that. But now I've been a owner for a couple of years now, actually about 7 years, self-employed, making six figures, pretty much doing the work as in going to get it for a job type atmosphere. But now it's different levels. Now it's like, okay, how are you going to leverage other things to make you money instead of you actually physically going to get it? Because I promise you, we all can't go out and get everything we want to get physically. It's going to stop at one point. So at that point, what are your life going to look like? Are you going to still have the benefits coming to you, or are you still going to have to say, oh, I got to go get it? So that's the key.
Okay. I love that. The one thing that I'm looking for, this is what I'm looking for everybody. I'm going to bring a few more people up, but this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a detailed layout. I want you to give me a detailed layout, because guess what? If you cannot give me this detailed layout, you're not going to accomplish having the time, freedom, flexibility to be with your family, be with the loved ones, and do the things that you love to do. So I need to hear this. And anybody, guess what? When Bruce comes up here, he's doing this for all of us. And somebody's going to get some gain from this. Somebody's going to get some value. But guess what? He's going to get the most value and impact because he's directly doing it in front of everyone, facing his challenges, and also coming up to really be in alignment with his assignment. So yes, I need a detailed plan of how you're going to utilize debt as well as your environment to create that outcome that you have around your perspective of life.
Yeah, just to wrap it up, yeah, you're right. You have to get a game plan. That's why we're here, to get that leverage on the tools that you're speaking about, and which I think is, to me, I'm multifamily, I'm storage, I'm the life insurance. I'm learning about the techniques and the tools that'll get you there. So that way you can leverage everything.
Okay, so let me give y'all a clearer picture, right? Great job, Bruce. Let me give you a clearer picture on this. We want you to tap into the community. If you can't answer this question directly, you need to tap into the community. Why? Because literally you're going to get the life that you want by getting the instructions and the direction in order to achieve it or attract it. Now, the thing is, a lot of you are going to take the $31 entry and get all of this game and think that you're going to put all the pieces together to go out and run a successful play. You're not. I'm just letting you know off top. And not everybody, but it's going to be 1% of people who can actually do that. So just letting you know. So here's a blueprint for everybody when it comes to what Bruce is saying, right? So The whole objective, the primary focus is to become more effective in less time. Everything you do is to become more effective in less time. You've been doing this. You may not have thought about it this way, but you've been doing it. Especially all the kids know, like from melanated communities on Friday nights when the parents come from home, come from work, they're not cooking, right? They're not cooking. What do? They become more effective in less time. They go order out, pizza, Chinese, whatever the case may be, right? They become more effective in less time, right? And the primary pathway is through strategic partnerships. So they ask you, which partnership would you like today, son or daughter? And you go, I want pizza. That's the partnership. They go and call a partner. Okay, cool. The partner come, and guess what happened? You got multiple streams of impact. Now, don't get me wrong. You had to get rid of some income, but you also created the life that you want. The kids were happy. You were happy. Everybody won because you stayed in alignment with your assignment with becoming more effective in less time. So in this case with Bruce, right? The way to utilize debt in your environment to get the life of having more time, freedom, flexibility to spend with the people you love is to become more effective in less time. How do we do that? So you get access to debt, right? You get access to debt. This is maybe 100,000, 200,000, 50,000. The point is you're getting access to capital faster than your job can pay you or quicker than you can save it. So what's going to happen is this. You're going to have the funds, right? Guess what? Let's say you get $100,000 in business credit. See, the reason why you want to go business credit is because you can pay it back over time. So now you get $100,000 in business credit. You get a college student or person fresh out of college, right, with the skill set to run the business that you're creating. Maybe you need a marketer, maybe you need a telecommunicator, and maybe you need somebody else to run administration. With that $100,000, you can pay each of them $30,000 a year. With each of them, you could pay them $30,000 a year. Now look at what you just created. You created a real business with people who are working for you. What does that do for Bruce? That allows Bruce to take time back to be with his loved ones, to be with his family, to be with his children, to nurture, to raise. Not only that, but to develop himself. So he has created strategic partnership with people who want the job that he is already designing for them, right? So they don't know that he's designing it for them, just like we didn't know we were designing this program for you in particular, but we knew that there was a problem that we were going to solve. So Bruce is going to solve a problem for someone coming straight out of college who has the credentials but don't have the position. He's fulfilling the problem, he's fulfilling the need and solving that problem with the solution. So now, at the same time, when you solve other people's problems, you solve your own problems. Right? So please understand how this is going. So now he has that 100K in funding and he split it up in 3 ways. He has 10 left over because it's only 90K that he spent on the 3 employees that he has in his business, right? Strategic partnership. Now with that, now he's actually paying them out a year. Like this is when I stopped thinking 50,000 was a lot. And anyway, the point is everybody needs a stepping stone and people fresh out of college need that stepping stone. And some of us here need that stepping stone, right? We say, hey, forget people out of college. I need that money. All right, cool. But as long as you have the skill set. See, the new skill set is being able to use your mind as a tool to orchestrate the things around you to make it come to life. So once again, with that business funding, that's the debt. Then the environment is leveraging people who actually already have the credentials. See, some of you like to go and get family members who are not qualified. Unfortunately, Ramel and I have done that time and time out. Jamel laughs at us all the time and says what he says to us. And we look at Jamel and be like, all right, bro. And then we still go back on our word and be like, all right, you know what, let's give him a chance anyway. And then we realize, oh man, you got to stop doing that. We got to start employing people to do the thing that they already want to do, that they're already in alignment for. Why? Because it makes sense for both parties. That's a strategic partnership. I don't want to get someone involved in my business who are not ready to run through a brick wall. When we saw Sunshine and Sunshine was like, yo, I'm here for life. I don't know what you're going to do with me. I was like, damn, what the heck are we going to do with Sunshine? She's just in here running up a mud. All right, Sunshine, get up here on this call. Let me train you up a little bit and let you get some love, right? But let's build you up. And that's how it works. Right? So those are strategic partnerships. So Bruce is going to take that debt. He's going to look at the environment and he's going to say, okay, with this environment, what can I build to make and solve other people's problems? Because money is a thing that you collect. You don't make it unless you work at the Treasury. So how can you collect it? You collect money by providing value. The level of income that you're going to pretty much receive is going to be based on your level of value. The reason why Bruce, instead of Bruce taking the $100,000 and him not reinvested into his business, instead of him taking the $100 and going and spend it on Louis Gucci or whatever he want to do, take his bae on a vacation, because we have people in his community who got that money, got 100K in funding and went to Bahamas, went to Aruba, went to Jamaica, and was on the grand flexing and doing the thing. But then what happened? It's debt. So you have to pay it back. So you have to actually utilize money the way it's designed to. Yes, Jamaica is a beautiful place, you know, especially the Dominican Republic too. Yes. Mi gente. Anyway, so the point is, look, the thing is, you want to be able to look at you want to look at the cost of it, right? Not the price. So when you take that 100K and you look at it as a sense of, oh man, I'm scared of this. I don't know what to do with this. You're looking at the price of it, right? Instead of the cost. The real cost is that if you don't utilize this, you're going to be worse off before you even had the 100K. So now when you look at it from this standpoint, once again, of how to become more effective in less time, you say, okay, I'm going to now get this money. What I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize this to duplicate myself or hire people to do the roles that I'm not that great at, right? This is part of your skill. See, the old skill was being able to trade your time for money and do labor, and you were good at that. But the new skill is being able to use your mind to create your life. So being able to strategically set your mind to what you truly want to create, and then say, how the hell am I going to get it done? Instead of saying, I can't get it done, I'm scared to get it done, I don't know how to get it done, you say, how can I get this done and how fast? How fast? Look, Moya wanted to chime in because she heard Jamaica. She tried to come in here and, you know, what they say about Jamaica? Listen, pay attention to the whole thing, because I'm breaking it down for y'all today. Understand, I'm giving you the glue. So becoming more effective in less time, that's the primary focus. Now, the primary pathway to doing that is strategic partnerships, right? And then what is the result? The result is multiple streams of income, because now Bruce has the time to sit down, to be with his family, to observe, right? Basically, he got more time back. This is how you get more time back, right? So you have more time to sit down, more time to study, more time to learn, more time to implement. And now by proxy of that, he now goes ahead and says, all right, now I can show other people, after he makes money in his business and he has people coming and he gives them bonuses, because you got to give them bonuses, Bruce, don't be stingy with the money. So after he does all of that, what he's going to do now is teach people how he did it. Not only is he going to teach people how he did it through mentorship, which he could charge about $2,000, $5,000, $1,000. We started out with a $497 offer that bloomed all the way to 20K, right? So we first started charging $497. So don't get ahead of yourself. Don't think that you just come out this boot camp. Yeah, let's go. I'm charging $1,000 every minute. No, that's not how it works. All right, you got to understand that it's progression involved. Okay, progression. So once again, you may not get $100,000, right? You may get something smaller, but the key still remains, and the principle is still, how do I become more effective in less time with this, right? So now not only did he create a program around how to teach other people, he also created a digital asset, an ebook. So now when he's at lunch with his wife or with his family, right, he's getting paid to have that lunch. So essentially now Bruce is getting paid to be who he is. Why? Because he leveraged debt in his environment. You can do the same thing. You can leverage debt. You can leverage your environment to become more effective in less time through strategic partnerships that produce multiple streams of income off of one acquisition, off of one business. He doesn't have to go be a plumber on the side and show his plumber butt and do all that stuff. No, I'm joking. Anyway, he doesn't have to go do all the other things. You can do one thing and focus on that one thing, right? But breaking down layers to it. So not only does he have the ebook, he could charge $29.99. As you can find an ebook inside the Luhv Plus platform, with a shameless plug here. Okay, go over to the luhvplus.com, LUHVPLUS.com, and go to the shop, and you'll be able to find digital assets that give you this blueprint as well, right? So the point is, now you're breaking down layers to it, right? So now you got the ebook, you got the course, or you got the class, and then you got the actual business. But now you take it a step further and you say, okay, I'm going to have a mastermind. Now you do it in person. You do it in person, and you could charge $97 for a general admission. You could charge $197 for upgraded elite version, and you could charge $297 for VIP. But really, those prices could be $5,000. I'm gonna be honest. Me and Ramel, we got tickets to InvestFest, and that thing was like $1,000 plus. So just understand that, like, if and I think 1,000 people plus is going to be there. Do the math. You do the math. Do the math. So the point is, there's levels to it, but at any level you can be successful as long as you understand the principles. So I'm going to share my screen with y'all one more time, okay? Just so we can get these principles down. Mindset, skill set, tool set, asset. And we're going to close out shortly. Everybody send some love to Bruce in the chat for being up here and being basically our guinea pig today, right? Being a guinea pig today, but guess what? He's going to get the most value. So send some love to him. All right, so the formula, once again, is to set up your family for a lifetime of success. The truth of the matter is you're not going to be able to pass down your job, unfortunately. Some of you can. Some of you do have jobs that you can pass down. Some of you do have assets that you can pass down. But let's just be honest here. Income follows assets. So if your income is low, it means your assets are low. If your assets are high and your income is low, you're mismanaging. But guess what? You could bring somebody in there to fix that, right? That happened to us with our real estate, residential properties. We were trying to do everything. We had Jamel cleaning out the property. Jamel was out there cleaning out the property, making sure everybody get out, whatever the case may be. But then, like, we had to level up and hire teams, and we still got to level up, right? We hired some people who were just local contractors. Like, all right, look, they're not doing the job, taking X amount of time to get the job done. Look, you got to become more effective in less time. That is the focus. Everybody put become more effective in less time in the chat. So income follows assets. Mindset, skill set, tool set equals assets, right? Like, that's the thing. But this is the basic formula. I'm going to give you a simplified formula that's going to help you expedite that, right? So let's just go down to this one here. Let's move them out the way. All right, cool. So once again, this is what we were talking about yesterday, right? If you find yourself in an implementation level, you can utilize debt, right, in your environment as well, right? Because guess what? You now know the next step. You now know what you can do. So you can get debt and you can work on your management skill. How can I do that? How can I get debt, work on my management skill? Okay, cool. You get your credit in position, and now you look for what we call mentorship or program that's going to allow you to get that certification or that information that you could apply to take your life to the next level. So you could use debt in that way, and that's not bad debt. That's great debt because you're utilizing it to enhance your life. Once again, you go out to try to be like Coach Crew and get the fly stuff, baby, you're going to find yourself in a world of trouble if you're not ready to have that experience, all right? But I do want y'all to be fly. I want everybody to be fly. Cool. So understanding that implementation is when you use your physical skills, but your muscles do what over time? Right? You don't want to work until you're 60. You don't want to work until you're 40, 50, right? And unfortunately, I know some of you are already 40, 50 and working. I'm not coming at you. I'm saying, hey, look, we're about to change the rest of your life if you let us do so. So now you get mentorship and you learn a little bit about unification, how to put people together, how to unify, how to actually get people to do the thing that you request. But in order to do that, you got to understand there's levels to it. But when you pay 31, excuse me, somebody's calling.
Did it knock him off the screen altogether? Lord have mercy, family. They don't want us to be great. They trying to stop us from being great. King Bruce, we appreciate you. Are you writing this layout down? Everybody need to be writing this layout down because he is giving major game, literally giving you the entire blueprint from beginning to end on how to do this. And so if anybody in here winds up getting funded for 100K, you already got a whole entire play. He just told you what to do with 100K. Some of us get funded and have no idea what to do with these bags. And he done said what he said, Jazz, the Jamaica. Look, y'all traveling, y'all buying stuff, y'all buying the kids Christmas, y'all jade up with these Jordans, y'all looking cute until that bill come when you got to pay all that money back, it's definitely a game changer. And so honestly speaking, when I listen to this information, I realize how much it's not just a game changer, it's a life changer. Like, you could play every sport, but you can't play boxing. And he is giving y'all the pivot to your entire life right now. The king is back. Let's go, let's go, let's go with his gold silky shirt. Let's go.
Hey, you ready to go? All right. Thank you, Sunshine. Appreciate you for holding it down. Somebody didn't want me to be great. They knew I was on call, and the person that called me is on the call. That's crazy. You're not more effective in less time, but I wasn't more effective in less time. I didn't put my do not disturb on, but I did that now, so we're good. All right, cool. So back to what I'm saying now. Look, when you understand the level, right? So if you're able to make $1 million utilizing this mentorship or XYZ program or product, how much should you pay for it, right? How much should you actually pay for it? I want you to think about that, right? See, because most of us are used to paying for things at a small rate to get a quick fix, but that's because we were all the way down at the bottom at the implementation level, and that's all we knew, right? But as we work our way up that staircase, up that entrepreneur staircase, we start to see that, okay, opportunity, as the opportunity grows, the amount of investment needs to grow, right? See, as the opportunity grows, the amount of investment. So I want you to think about it this way. If you really want the best opportunities, then you should pay the best prices, right? So for example, we go out to eat. We don't go out to eat at the rinky-dink restaurant. We're not going taking a family out to, or just like, for a fact, I know some of y'all see my Instagram, I posted, it was me, Ramel, and Jamel. And we were at these white tablecloth restaurants, right? And the reason why we go there, some of y'all know, like my lady Auntie Shaking, aka Miss Love, right? We know the value in experience. You are paying for the level of experience. If you think that you want to pay a low ticket item or pay for a low ticket item or low ticket this, low ticket that, you're going to get a low ticket experience. The reason why we fly first class is not just to get away from the babies crying in the back. It's not just about that. It's about putting us in a great experience. I'm not even a drinker, but they be like, Mr. Crewmate, you want this drink? Which drink you want? You want it on the rocks? I'd be like, yeah, baby, pour that on the rocks. Pour that on the rocks. Make sure I get a pillow too. Thank you. I appreciate you, Queen. They're like, ooh, all right, what else do you need? Any vegan snacks? Anyway, the point is, I don't want to get y'all caught up with what I'll be doing. I want to get you caught up to what you could be doing. So you have to understand your income is tied to your assets, but your lifestyle is tied to your mindset. If you think minimum wage, you're going to get a minimum wage life and a minimum wage experience. So when you talk about investing and creating opportunities, what's going to happen is this. You start to look at where you need, the gap becomes smaller, right? So guess what? If you're at the implementation level and you want to get to $1 million, look how many steps you have to go through. Look at the amount of money that you're talking about. Look at the gap. Somebody do the math. Somebody do the lowest wage for at the imagination level and subtract it from the lowest wage at the implementation level. So you got $1 million at the top and you got 40K at the bottom. And that's really not even that. That's being generous on the lowest. That's being generous, right? So think about it that way, right? So if you was to do the math, you'll see how much in between. Let's just do that. Let's just do the math. Somebody do the math and put it on the screen, right? So when you're talking about $900,000, you got to become a person that can make $900,000. How the heck are you going to do that right now when you currently only make 40? So you have to get a way to get the step ahead. How do you get a step ahead? Not by skipping steps, by being pulled up, by someone sending the elevator down so you can come on up, right? So we give you valuable information. You got to treat it like that. So when we give you challenges, some of you are going to be inside of our community. Some of you are going to just walk away because you're going to think the price is too high or this or whatever the case may be. But I promise you, it's not. It probably is the lowest that we've probably ever done. And I'm just letting you know ahead of time, right? To prep your mind on that. But we're giving you $1 million worth of information. I don't need to tell you that. You know it already. How much is this information worth? Be honest, put it in the chat. Be honest, put it in the chat. So once again, when you look at that 40K range all the way up to that million, you got to understand you got a lot of work to do. So if you got a lot of work to do, you think it's going to be cheap? Do you think that it's going to be cheap? If you got a lot of work to do you think it's going to be cheap? For example, if you got to go work out, and you're pretty much overweight, or you haven't worked out in years, and you finally get a personal trainer and you want to get is that going to be a cheap investment? No, it's not, because you got a lot of work to do. If you just get your first house and or your first apartment, let's put your first apartment. You get your first apartment and you only have enough just for the down payment. I mean, just for the deposit and first month, last month rent, but you don't really got the stuff to furnish the house yet. It's not going to be cheap. It's not going to be cheap. So right now you're furnishing your house, right? And it's not going to be cheap. You got to put the right tools inside of your house. You got to put the right tools. But the first thing you must have is the mindset to understand that you will get it done. And then the know-how to know that, okay, how can I create this to make this happen faster? That's the thought. So the way to make it happen faster is to improve these skills. You must improve your managerial skills. So managing your time. When you say you're going to do something, you have to actually do it. That is your integrity, right? Managing your communication, being able to talk to people. Some of y'all can't even talk to your baby daddies, baby mom. I can't talk to them. I can't work with them. Look, stop the nonsense. Get around people who are going to work with you, but you got to do the work internally and understand that everything that happens in your life is a result of you. You made the choice to be with that person. You made the choice to have the children, or you made the choice to have that job, or you made the choice to leave or do X, Y, and Z. You made the choice. The first step is ownership. Everybody put ownership in the chat. You must own your reality. Given 80% of your time to get 20% of the money is not worth it. It's not worth it. I know y'all know it's not worth it. Some of y'all might say, but I don't know what else to do. We're showing you and guiding you right now. And when you come inside the mentorship of the program, we're going to give you even more skills to take your life to the next level. But the thing is, you want to have 80% of your time back and only spend 20% of your time to get 80% of the money. That's what we do. So we're going to show you the blueprint to that. But once again, you need to have these skills. Communication. The highest skill that you need to have is your imagination to pull it all together. And we've lost that within the school institutions, within the 9-to-5 jobs, because everybody has to be the same. Everybody has to have one answer. There's not one answer. There's multiple answers, and there's multiple things that you can be great at. But guess what? There's only one you. So you're one of one. Everybody put I'm one of one in the chat. There's only one you. So the idea that you create will be different. Guess what? Uber may be the brand name that everybody loves and everybody drives. I remember I used to be Uber master. I used to Uber. My Uber cost $100, $30. Me and Jamel used to take Ubers from New Jersey to New York. Just understand. That's how bougie we was acting. Yeah, I mean, Jelly's like that. We should turn that down, boy. We got to become minimalist. They're like, all right, cool. Let's go ahead and make sure we don't spend too much money on stuff like that. All right, cool. So understanding that your imagination is costing you. Like the fact that you don't utilize your imagination is costing you everything you want. That $1 million home, that $1 million house, that $1 million lifestyle, whatever it is that you want, that your imagination is costing you. Your lack of imagination is costing you. Your lack of communication is costing you. Your lack of unification is costing you. Because you're only utilizing physical time and physical muscle. And if you are on the level of communication and imagination, guess what? We're going to take it to a whole new level, baby. We just purchased 3 self-storage facilities to add to the collection. Y'all got to make some noise for that in the chat. Come on, y'all got to make some noise from the chat. This is lifetime. This is monumental. And the worst part about it is our dad is not here to see this. Our mom is not here to see this. Our grandparents. One of our grandmoms, we lost her right after we lost our mom. And then the next grandmother, we lost her right before we lost our dad. Like, understand the things that we go through. So you will be challenged. We haven't really had a moment to sit down like in a long time. We were all together celebrating this moment, and we were just living life, and it felt so good for us 3 to be together. This is why we do it, y'all, because we want to be together. We want to live a life that is fruitful. But guess what? You are planting the seeds for the garden of your future today. So it starts with you actually getting accountable, being disciplined, having consistency. Turn that TV off. Turn that friend away. Turn that opportunity down. Let's get focused. Let's get focused. Everybody put focus in the chat. Everybody put focus in the chat. So as we come to a close, we could take Bruce off the screen. We don't hold Bruce so hostage up here, like that Bruce hostage up here. Come on, man. Let Bruce live today. Let Bruce live. Everybody send some love to Bruce in the chat, baby. Send some love to Bruce in the chat, baby. All right. Great job, Bruce. Before we let you go, though, what was your takeaway from this? From today? What was your takeaway from today, Bruce? Everything that we just went through with.
Man, it's a lot, Coach Crew, but you definitely dropped some gems. I was taking notes. You gave a game plan. I mean, it's basically stay in the environment and you're going to get better. Like, if I can put any shorter than that, just stay in the environment.
That's it. Stay in the environment and you will get better. Because why? Because we're going to show you how to become more effective in less time through strategic partnerships. So we're going to link you with the people that's going to help you take your life to the next level. We're going to give you offers. We're going to provide you with opportunities. We're going to give you systems for success. We're going to do everything in our power possible to help you get the life you love and the life you truly deserve. That creates multiple streams of impact and income through one acquisition. We're not going to make it hard. We're not going to make it difficult. We make it simple, but it does take diligence. It does take persistence. It does take patience, and it does take a level of intensity that you need to go to another level. Everybody put another level in the chat. Another level. I want you to take your imagination to another level. I want you to take your communication to another level. I want you to take your management skills to another level. I want you to take your implementation to another level. If you're working 9 to 5 right now, I want you to be the best worker at your job. I want you to come in early and stay late. All right. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody for being here. I am going to check and I am going to see who tagged me on Instagram and did all of that stuff that we asked, did the homework. And Auntie Shaky gave out, did the homework with the budget tracking and everything like that. And the first person who did it right, did it correct. Not the first person who just tagged us, but the first person who did it correctly. Those are the people who are going to be rewarded. And we'll reach out to you and get your Cash App and be able to send that money. And don't worry, for everybody else, we got some other opportunities too. For other people, we got some other opportunities as well. But let's go ahead. Being that this is the last call, we want to go ahead and get some love and get some feedback. And this is what we're going to do. Sunshine, I'm going to ask them to raise their virtual hands. Anybody has gotten any value, gotten any gain, anything you loved about what we did today, what we've been doing this weekend, past weekend and this week so far, I want to hear from you. And and I think other people want to hear from you as well. But I had a tremendous day today, just being able to get up here with this shiny shirt and shine my light on y'all. And I thank you for just holding that space for me. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't purchased the Becoming More Effective in Less Time book, go ahead and do it now on Amazon, because while we still have it at $10.99, this book is really worth $999, right? But what's actually going to happen is we're going to price it back up to, pretty much $49.99. So just get it while you can, while it's still at $10.99. It's on Amazon. Danielle, drop that link on Amazon to Becoming More Effective in Less Time. Now, we got Reginald. We only got one person hands up. So if one person is hands up, and maybe I didn't do a great job, I don't know. I couldn't see your faces. I didn't know if y'all was just sleeping on me. I don't know how many people left, but the point is, I was trying to give you some of my best. All right, let's bring up Reginald and let's hear from Reginald. Sunshine, you can control that.
Talk to us, King Reginald.
Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I mean, you gave the game. I mean, you broke it down. I'm a person of faith. I believe in God. So imagination is the most powerful skill that you can have. And if you go back to the Bible, God used his imagination to create the earth. So, I mean, if you can get that skill of imagination, you can go to a whole nother level. So we work on imagination. Then you broke down communication. We got to be able to communicate our ideas. And then everything that you broke down was on point. So I even take back to environment. Like, you don't want your kids to be raised in the hood, so you put them in the right environment so they can flourish. You want to get them in the right environment, and like getting in mentorship programs allow us to get in the right environment so we can grow and blossom. So it goes all back to that as well. And also you talked about just the 4 skills, and we got to become more effective in more time. Pretty much OPM, using others people's money. OPT, using others people's time. And I mean, this is $1 million worth of game that you gave us. If you can just get that right there, you got your money's worth right there. Use your imagination. The book was called Think and Grow Rich for a reason. If you can use your mind to think, then everything else will come. So I mean, I appreciate you.
Hey, drop your Cash App in the chat. Sunshine, get his Cash App. We're gonna send him something just off the love. Because he wasn't just an action talker, he was an action taker. He took the notes and he actually really read it back in an extraordinary way. And don't forget the other OPP, y'all. Understand, this is the biggest OPP in this day and age. If anybody can tell me what the next OPP is, put it in the chat, because I know some of y'all know, but I think most of you haven't heard it this way. What's OPP? Put it in the chat. Reginald, send your Cash App to Sunshine, please. Or Zelle. What's OPP? No, some of y'all know other people. What? Who said that? Other people's property. Okay, what else? What's OPP? In this case, what is? Somebody said other people's pockets. That's close, Jasmine, but no. OPP. Okay. Nope. Y'all coming up with some good stuff. See, you're using your imagination right now. You're coming up with some good stuff.
Our people money.
No, I said OPP. OPP. Ooh, Kiana, there we go. Solving other people's problems. If you can solve OPP, you can get that money. I don't know, that's kind of rhymed a little bit, but the point is, if you can solve other people's problems, you will solve your own problems. So the thing is, most of y'all stuck on your own problem. That's why you go to get a job, because all you're thinking is about the money. You're like, oh, I'm just going to get the money. And you're not really solving anybody's problems. You're making your problems worse because you're getting paid to do one job by one person or one employer. And then you're taking that one income and you're splitting it with 4, 5, 6 people. And then you wonder why you don't have the money that you want. You wonder why you don't have the time that you want. You have to have multiple streams of income. You have to get paid by everybody. You have to get paid by your entire community. But guess what? You have to pay your entire community. It's not one-sided. If you feel struggle, you're out of alignment. If you feel flow and you feel like the world is gifting you with things and life is beautiful and magical and the universe is on your side, and that's because you are in alignment with your assignment. Whatever you set your mind to will happen, right? So understand, okay, cool. How do I solve other people's problems? We just went through it. Your imagination. What is somebody dealing with? And I'm gonna give y'all the quickest thing. A spoon, a plastic spoon. The simplest idea, a plastic spoon. And I've been in the hood where people made a spoon out of aluminum foil. I ain't gonna front, I did it too, y'all. People will talk about people. I was people. I was people, y'all. I made a spoon out of aluminum foil, right? And the thing is, I got creative on that, and some of y'all get creative on a lot of things. Like me, Ramel Jamel used to play basketball with a pair of socks and a hanger on the back of the door, right? Some of y'all know about that. Stop playing. Y'all was playing that too. Reginald like, yeah, man, I was guilty. I was LeBron and on my clothes hanger. Like, so the thing is, we got to get creative now. We got to get creative more than ever. Like, we got to take our lives to the next level, another level, y'all. Everybody put another level in the chat. So, great stuff, Reg. Everybody send some love to Reg. Let's continue to go to the next person. Who's the next person, Queen?
The next person we have up is Queen Carolyn. Come talk to us, Queen.
Hey, family. The imagination, that's a big part. We have to be able to use our mind and move through the different levels. One thing when I started out as an entrepreneur was looking at real estate, but then when I got into the right rooms, my whole mind has gone from being a real estate investor to a construction worker, and now working as far as procurement and learning. I still work my 9 to 5, but the thing with my 9 to 5, I'm in the accounting finance world. I moved from being just an accountant for a company to now I've come on to as a consultant. So now I'm learning from other consultants as far as how to consult big business. I'm going from, once again, using your imagination. That's a very big part of the level. And then learning how to use the debt as far as the money coming in, and working toward learning how to do grants and to build grants so that I can with free money in a way, use that money to bring on someone as far as you say, an administrative, to where now that money that I'm using is money I don't have to pay back at that time, but then I'm taking it and I'm pocketing it over to the side, and that's what I'll pay my admins from. So once again, using that imagination, which is a very high level, being able to think. And like the young man said, that's what God gave us. He gave us that imagination, and we've been held so tight together by the education system and the 9 to 5 that we no longer think for ourselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely love that. Everybody put imagination in the chat. Thank you, Carolyn. We appreciate that for that thoughtful word. Let's continue to go. Great stuff. Give Carolyn her flowers. Pun intended, baby. Pun intended.
Queen Vanessa, come talk to us, you know.
Vanessa. Vanessa, you got doubles? Vanessa, you got doubles? I wasn't. No, I'm going. Go ahead, Vanessa. Go ahead. No, don't bring me any doubles right now. I don't need the bread and stuff.
Good morning, everyone. Coach Crew. So, me see your channel Jamaica with a shine shirt there.
Shiny. Me boy, shiny. What you a look pon? You look pon my shiny shirt? Yeah.
Oh my God. Coach Crew, I was like, Coach Crew is headed to Jamaica this morning. Okay, so Coach Crew, I came on, I don't even remember what the question is, but I didn't come on to answer the question. I just came on here to tell you thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This week, let me tell you, this past week, not last week. Last week, life was lifing, right? And things that I should be so mad about, so pissed off, so ready to cut off everybody. I was laughing. I'm handling things differently because of you. And imagine, I didn't even have my alignment call yet, right? And I'm handling things differently. I was talking to Moya, I think it was last night, and I was laughing at the situation because I've learned how to not let people take me off of my track and off of what I'm doing. So for everyone who's still on the fence, get in the room, stay in the room, because this is beyond finances, right? What you learn here, you learn how to handle problems, you learn how to handle your family, you learn so much more than how to collect money. So again, Coach Crew and MMA, I'm forever grateful.
Absolutely. So Vanessa, just so everybody knows, Vanessa is one of our coaches, and you'll be seeing a lot more. She's a holistic coach, right? So she's going to teach you health and wellness through holistic medicine, herbs, things like that. So if you feel like you need that, which I think everybody needs that, we need to get back to a natural state of electricity, so that way we can operate at our optimal senses and reach our highest potential. Vanessa's the person that you will be contacting. She has the recipes and remedies group on side of our Love Plus app, where you'll be able to heal yourself with the herbs and remedies that she provides. So great stuff. Everybody send some love to Queen Vanessa. Yes, we did talk about herbal doctors. Yes, we did. That's what we do in this community. It's not just about real estate, even though real estate is our anchor. This is, pretty much our mentorship is based around real estate, but we also know without health, there's no wealth. So within our family legacy, we always want to provide you with the opportunities to become fit, not only within the pockets, but also fit in your heart, right, in health. So great stuff. Everybody send some love to Vanessa. Let's continue to go to the next person. By the way, if anybody needs to get out of here, you can leave now. We did conclude already. And if you need to do work, start doing your work now. I see some of you are already doing work and just listening in. Just want to stress that point so you're not feeling like we're holding you hostage in any type of way. Once again, we just want to provide a space for people to share and get some extra value. Let's continue to go. What's up, Sunshine? Who's next?
King Malik, come talk to us, King.
Peace and love to everybody. Peace and love. I definitely enjoyed this this meeting very much. A lot of things that Coach Cruz said, um, a lot of things that everybody said for the most part, it confirmed a lot for me, especially strategic partnerships. Um, because I've always been a person that's like, you can't go at life alone. Like even Jesus, he had 12 disciples. You know what I mean? Like everybody calls him the greatest person, but he had a team. And I'm big on team. And I'm glad that I was able to actually, get into the call, um, and just be a part of this whole experience because I love to see our people utilizing their imagination in such a way. I was telling one of my friends, I said, in today's world, if you don't have any creative genius, you're not gonna make it. Like you gotta have creative genius. And I've been struggling with that a little bit. Like sometimes, I go through my phases and stuff. I done been through some stuff. Like I'm normally quiet about certain things, but um the price for this this information is something like the brother Reginald was saying was phenomenal for me. I was like, wow, these brothers is giving out $1 million game for very low. So that means that they really invested into people and they really want to help people. Like to me, I feel like it's one thing when you telling somebody what to do, but when you actually showing them and you working them and you helping them to grow, to me, that's more than being a boss. Like that's a leader. You know what I mean? Like you being a leader. And I appreciate that. I appreciate everything. Um, Also, something that I got from out of this was what the brother was saying about imagination, like knowledge is power, like knowing how to strategically, direct your steps. Like, sometimes things be foggy to people. Like, you might have an idea where you want to go, but you don't know the intricacy of it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know the detail. So I'm big on that. One thing about me is like I try to see things in detail, but I could get stagnated by I stagnate myself sometimes. So that was big to me too. But I appreciate all y'all. I'm definitely gonna be back. Um, and yeah, I'm ready for today. I'm ready for the third day. I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Absolutely, absolutely, King. So the biggest thing we want everybody to do also is go live inside of our Facebook group and share your experience because there's a lot of people who weren't here who missed out on this opportunity, right? But you were able to be here and get value. So let's give some value. Let's provide some value. Let's get in the habit of providing values to others. So, all right, let's continue to go. Let's bring up the last person, Queen Sunshine. Great stuff. Send some love to King Malik in the chat if you haven't already.
Queen Dana, come talk to us, Queen.
Grand Rising, peace and everything to everybody. First of all, King Crew, thank you for being as authentic and animated as you are every time. You drive the point home to just be yourself, and you make this journey feel like it can be done with ease, and I appreciate that. Today, the point driven in about imagination and strategic partnership and using the newest tool, which is the mindset, was a big thing for me because I have been a physical laborer. I am over 30, so I'm tired of utilizing just mobily. So it has been challenging to just do the simplest thing, which is think. And it's not just thinking, it's being creative in your thinking. So on top of day one to now, and then looking forward to this evening, and being here every morning with the energy that is in this group, I'm going to be very honest with you. it feels like sometimes I don't even want to say I can't do it, but it's just like you said, choose your hard. And it has been hard in the body, but my mind and my spirit are willing. So as long as I can continue to show up, I'm going to show up. I'll be in the background. I'm going to be laughing. I'm going to be cheering. I'm going to be clapping it up, snapping it up for everybody, showing love and being present till I can be that next millionaire. Thank you.
Absolutely. Everybody send some love in the chat for Dana. Sunshine, I don't want to, I'm doing a lot of work in the back end, baby. What's going on? You sit here and enamored, like,
one day at a time.
Help me out, man. Like, all right. So share this link, by the way, Sunshine, grab that link, please, and share that link out. And then just, you know, I got it from here. Thank you so much. All right. So before we wrap up, I just want to like tap back in real quick so we can leave with, you know, a clear vision. The new skill set is using your mindset to find the people in the systems that have the tool set to bring the asset, right? So you may not have that labor skill. You may not have that thing. You might need to outsource it to someone else so they can come and merge with you, create that strategic partnership so that way you can get what you want. In theory, that's what you're doing at your job anyway. You created a partnership with somebody who has what you want. You want the money and they want your skill. But see, if you reversed it and you got the money, you get somebody else with the skill, who will be sitting large? Who will be in control? Who would have the life that you truly want? I'm quite sure you never really see your quote unquote bosses or the people who are the higher ups. I'm quite sure you don't see them often because most of them are at vacation or on the beaches and they send everybody else to go do the work. And it's not saying I want you to be that way. I just want you to get smarter so that way you can have the things that you truly want. So the new skill, everybody write this down. The new skill set is developing the mindset to know what you want so that way you can identify the other people with the skill set that can help you create or bring in that asset. That always has been the thing, but in school they don't teach that because they want you on the other end. They want you going to school, get the degree, so that way you can work for and work inside of that asset to bring that person the income, right? But I want you to do the reverse and you take ownership of your life. So it's going to start with you looking at you saying, okay, everything that has happened in my life is my fault and my responsibility now to make sure that I transform my life and my family's legacy. If you operate in that fashion, you will create a family legacy. You will break generational curses. You will produce generational wealth, and you will have everything that you put into motion. You may not get everything you want in your world, but you can have anything you want. And I'm here to say, you are amazing. You are loved. You are heard. You are felt. You are appreciated. I know they wanted me to close up the Zoom. They text me like, close up the Zoom. Like, yo, I got to give my people the value because this is what they deserve, right? Last day of the boot camp, you got to go out with a bang, all right? And once again, I'm sending everybody a lot of love and beautiful energy. I want y'all to unmute yourself and clap it up and snap it up for yourselves right now because we're getting ready to close. And you are amazing. If you are amazing, let the neighbors hear it. Let everybody know.
Amazing.
Let's go. Yes.
Amazing.
Nothing but gems.
We are amazing.
I appreciate y'all, family. Let's get it.
Passion is everything.
Let's
I'm
do this.
accountable.
All right, y'all, I'm getting ready to close the Zoom. So this is the homework. The homework is go inside the Facebook group and go live and share some information, share some games, share some value, things that you got, things that you have taken away here. And just go pour some love on some individuals and really go out there and execute today. Execute. I'll see y'all tonight, 7:30 as usual, right? Come in and get that jam time once again. We're gonna have the DJ in there, get some nice activity. I want y'all to feel comfortable. Some of y'all dance a little bit, let loose. But when 8 o'clock hits, be ready to roll because we got a jam-packed show, jam-packed class, jam-packed information, and I want y'all to come ready and equipped to succeed. Peace, love, and beautiful energy. Y'all already know. If y'all don't follow me, mindset.mogul.crew. I'm out, y'all. Peace.